Alright, Smackdown has officially ended for me. I'm gonna be completely transparent and completely honest. I didn't watch any of this Smackdown. I know my phone, I'm keeping it in. I didn't watch any of this Smackdown. I've been busy today. I fell asleep. I woke up at 9:30, realized, oh, it's Friday, it's Smackdown time, and I didn't bother trying to get the actual Netflix up and running. So I'm being completely honest. Everything that I'm about to say, review, and touch on, I've seen through the reviews of Santi Zap's Instagram. The entire review is going to be that. No, so it might be a hell of a short review tonight. But I'm still trying to wake up. But nonetheless, SmackDown is over. I finished watching the review of it. I finished watching, the recaps. And I think the biggest thing to really touch on is Pat McAfee. he is still here. Why is he still here? Pat comes in, actually, we'll go. Here's what I'll do, because it's kind of tied in. I'll do the opening, and then this stuff, and then what happens later on. So Cody appears. Nick Aldis is there, and he's like, "Hey, Cody, I know like all the things with you, Pat, Randy, and all of that. However," and then before he can really talk, Jelly Roll comes in. It's like, "Hey, so, what the fuck is Pat here? Why is he here?" And Nick was like, "Well, now that you're here too, I wanted to let y'all know that, hey, you can't touch Pat. You can't hit him, can't grab him, you can't attack him. Don't even look at him. Don't even look over there. It's like, oh, that's fair. Because he is a frail man in a way, so that's fair." Which then leads to later tonight, where Pat is kind of promo, and he mentions CM Punk. He's going off on like, I look on Raw and I'm seeing this WWE shop merchandise jacket over a WWE licensed merchandise CM Punk shirt. And he mentioned that it's not going to all these poor fans in the crowd. It's going straight to "I'm sorry, Saudi Arabia Punk." That was a funny line. I like that one. That's a great line. That I will say, although I hate the decision of Pat being the man on the phone and aligning himself with Randy Orton, I don't like it. He's still a decent promo. He's still decently good. And he, goes on this thing and he talks about the high ticket prices. He was like, I care so much about these Mark fans that I asked the sponsors, Ram, the car place, hey, would you want to help some of these fans out? And they said absolutely. 20% off of night one of Saturday night. You get 20% off of a ticket. It was all an ad just to sell tickets to Mania, if you really think about it. Then he goes on to fucking Barry Night too, which, why would you do that? That has Brock and Ober on it. That has CM Punk, who he did make fun of, and Roman Reigns, two of the biggest superstars there are. The now 6-man ladder match, this could be a hell of a match. There's another match going on Jade and Bianca. Not Bianca. Who the fuck is it? Who is her? Rhea Ripley. I don't care. But he buries night 2. It's like, this night is full of shit. What really matters is Randy Orton being on night 1. That's the one you want to get. And I get it. It's Randy Orton, but come on. That has some decent matches on there. It has Brock and Oba, the only match that I actually care about. Like, deadass. I would 100% miss this Mania. I will not watch this Mania if Brock and Oba were not doing it. We're not there. If I can only watch one match of this entire Mania, it's Brock and Oba. This is a SmackDown. I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown. Cody Rhodes comes out, And he was like, I never understood what a pretend wrestler was until you came around. Because guess what, bub? We got all the replica belts. We can give you a little theme song, give you a little pyro. You can pose with the belt, make an entrance, and then once it's all done, you get to go back to that agent who let you into this business and say, "Thank you, Daddy." Yeah, this was so good. This is so good. Cody's great. And he actually got the crowd around him too, because he then started doing his Codyisms, started getting, yelling into the mic, getting the crowd into it. Like, these crowds, they're not marks because they followed me through this and this, and they know what a wrestling company needs to survive, and they need fans, not marks. Every single one of these people in here are customers, they're fan, and the crowd's just they're hyped now. Now the crowd's into this. I like this. This was a good little back and forth. You know what I mean? I can't remember exactly what the finishing line that Cody did, but he said something, dropped the mic, and he was getting ready to walk out. And where Pat just started running him down. He was like, "Where are you going, Stardust? You're going to kiss more of Triple H's ass, or suck Triple H's ass?" That doesn't make sense. I think suck Triple H's ass. That doesn't make sense, right? He said it, and in my mind it didn't kind of process, but I wrote it down. So Cody's now mad. He goes to attack Pat. Randy's now on the big screen. He's like, "Hey, Cody, fuck this guy Jelly Roll over here, am I right? This guy sucks." Kills Jelly Roll and then drags him out to the apron, to the ring. Cody runs off Randy. Pat goes to try attack him. Pat tries to attack Cody. Cody, "Hey, what you doing?" And then Randy kills Cody. They start attacking. Jelly Roll awakens from his slumber, I guess. Goes to chokeslam Pat McAfee, where damn it, the fuck, why did I fully have a blank out? Oh, I hated that. He goes to chokeslam Pat McAfee. Randy clotheslines him off of the apron and finish attacking Cody Rhodes, and then just steals the belt. Pat literally grabs the belt, walks out with it, throws it in his car, and drives off. Okay, so thieves. I also forgot to mention earlier. I'm sorry, I did forget to mention this earlier. Before that entire segment, right before Pat McAfee had just shown up to the building, making fun of Nick Aldis, "Oi, governor," all that jazz. And he runs into Jelly Roll. And he was like, "You don't need to be involved in this storyline. It's about Randy and Cody. I don't know why you're in here." Which, to be fair, yes. But also, Jelly, why are you involved in this? I know you're friends with him, but at the same time, why are you here? But he does it. Pat talks his Pat. He does his little thing, and then Jelly Roll, fucking bully style, holds him up by the shirt and just drags him into the wall. And Nick Aldis gets involved, like, hey, so you can't touch him. It's like, I don't even work here. I can touch. I can hit him if I want to. He's like, you can't. I don't even remember the reasoning, but you can't hit him. It was like, and Pat said a line that really got me thinking. It was like, "Yeah, just the ex-convict, aren't you?" And he walks off to do his promo, and I just started thinking, yeah, SmackDown does have a lot of ex-convicts, do they? Your Jelly Roll, Jacob, technically Randy. Yeah, a lot of ex-convicts they got on SmackDown. What the fuck's going on here? Anyways. But yeah, I thought this was a hell of a segment. It was good. I enjoyed it. Again, as much as I don't like Pat being involved in this storyline, he is a good promo. And in a way, it made me excited for the match, but it made me more excited to see Pat in the future. As long as he's not in this storyline, as long as he's not I'm happy to see Pat. I just don't want to see him in this storyline, if that makes sense. But let's go ahead and get on to it. Rhea Ripley opens the show. Hey, and talks to Jade. Hey, Jade, listen, it's no longer about muscles. It's no longer about the title. It's no longer about wrestling. It's about you hit the one weakness. You touched my EO. Ew, I didn't like the way that sounded. You attacked EO. I didn't like the way I said that. I didn't like that. She calls Jade out. EO comes out. It was like, hey, bub, listen, thank you for standing up for me, but I want a piece of Jade. I want Jade tonight. Let me at her. And so that match gets set up for later tonight. It was a fine segment. Again, these are going to be very run down because I don't know the actual show. I'm doing this purely off of a review from another content creator who posted all of them on Instagram. I don't know what all happened. Because example, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss happens. And it kind of just goes straight to the end of the match. I don't know what this match fully looked like. And I won't know until I actually watch the show. But I wanted to get this out on a reasonably time. And also, it's a 3-hour show. By the time I finish that show, it'll be damn near 11. Probably 11:30. I don't want that. So I just get through it. But yeah, this match just kind of skips straight to the end. You know, they do a little bit of a pinning sequence. It's 1, 2, kick out, 1, 2, kick out, 1, 2. Oh, her foot's on the rope. Oh God! And then does an elbow drop, throws her out of the ring, and then starts mocking Charlotte Flair with the woos and chop woo, throws her into the ring and starts making fun of Ric Flair doing a little walk. It's really funny. For her to then get rolled up into a 1, 2, 3, and Alexa Bliss beats Bayley. I think it's just a me thing. I don't like when Bayley loses. Stop it, please. Stop. Drew got a video package while he was in jail talking about how Jacob's nothing more than an ex-convict. Once again, I'm believing SmackDown just has too many ex-convicts. It was a great promo, it was like you make fun of me. You told me that I'm taking food off of your family's table. Look in the mirror. You took food off of your family's tables by being an ex-convict. It's all you'll ever be. It was good. I like this video package. I think it was cool. Here's the thing I don't like. I don't like when they do a video package and immediately afterwards Kathy or Jessica, what's the other one's name? Jessica's the other one's name, the reporter, the backstage interviewer, I don't know. But I don't like when literally like a video pack was just and someone's watching it, they turn around and like, hey, so they had a lot of shit to talk about you. What are your thoughts on that? It's like, can we not do this maybe like a segment later? like have maybe one more thing happen and then like follow up with that, like, hey, so like minutes ago this motherfucker said some shit about you. What you wanna talk back, or like what you gonna do? Because it was like, it just felt weird. It didn't get the excitement it should have gotten. Because it really didn't give Jacob to say anything. Because then Solo comes back and is like, loser, you're an ex-convict. It makes our family look bad. It's like, oh, why are y'all back together? Why are y'all feuding? Anyways, it doesn't matter. It leads to Jacob Fatu versus Tama Tonga later in the night. Yay. We get a Royce Keys video package. Hey, he's here. Fuck yes. He's going through his background. And it was like, hey, I've worked my whole life to get here. It's everything I've ever wanted. Good for him. He'll have a match later tonight. We'll get to that. Matt Cardona and Carmelo Hayes are just backstage talking. Like, Matt's like, listen, I know how it feels, to miss Mania. I've missed almost damn near any and every Mania, until the IC title one. That was good. You just gotta wait for your time. Trick and Yachty come out making fun of Melo, like, ha, loser, you couldn't even get the job done. And Trick was like, I honestly wanted you to win because that history, you know. And Yachty was like, well, yeah, but he lost though, so you was gonna have to wait, and you're gonna have to wait for your turn. You can watch Mania on your couch. Catering's that way. How fun. Melo just says, yeah, I'll get my title back, and I hope you win so I can beat you for that title. So then that sets up actually, because Matt had something to say about Trick. Yachty responded for Trick, and that set up Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams later on tonight. A lot of matches, like there's a YouTubers Wrestle Talk there, like it's nice that they didn't have a main event set up so they can just make matches on the fly. This was literally like, you having a match, you're having a match tonight, you're having a match tonight. It's like, did we not have, like, fuck my phone, I'm keeping it in. Did we not have like anything? Because it does feel like it's like, I'm going to Nick Aldis so we can have a match tonight. I'm going to Nick Aldis so we can fight tonight. I'm going to Nick Aldis so we can, scuffle it out. You two are going to have a match tonight. It's like, did the card just not come to fruition at all? Like, why are we just having so many impromptu matches? But it was a good match. Royce Keys versus Berto. I didn't see the match. I just saw the finish, basically. And the only comment I will say, it's good to see a spinebuster finish a match, specifically a Royce Keys spinebuster. He drove him straight to the ground, straight to the dirt. Royce Keys wins. Royce Keys beats Berto. This is not going to be a good review video, and I understand that. I fully understand that, and I'm going to apologize so much. But I don't have anything else. No. The Miz and Kit connection, what I'm calling them. Go up to Nick and is like, hey, y'all gotta talk about this referee with the injury. Like, he fucking screwed me out of the tag team titles with my boy, my kid. And because apparently his name is Dan. I didn't know that. Good for Dan. Well, not good for Dan. He hurt his arm. But Nick was like, you're right, So what I'll do for y'all is I'll give you a match against Dan Housen. So Danhausen is now in his official debut match tonight. Know what I mean? Jacob versus Tama Tonga happens. Match, I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie. So I can't really give my thoughts on it. But from what I did see from the match, it was a fine match, fine low paced match. Tama Tonga got some good offense in. Jacob, good reversals. Jacob picked up the win with the Mighty Moonsault. I hate the name of the Mighty Moonsault, mainly because the only thing I think of when I hear Mighty Moonsault is Mighty Mouse, and I think that's just me. Drew attacks Jacob later on. Afterwards, their cuffs break. He cuffs Jacob's hand, and wraps it around the top of the pole of the like the ring corner. Like, how like the turnbuckle, and then it's just that elevated platform for the corner of it. He ties him to that. Jacob, goes back to the ground, and then the chains just snap. They try to do it again, and it won't work because the cuffs are just not good cuffs, not regulated good cuffs. And so Drew just gives us like, fuck it, just starts hitting him on the ground. He's like, fuck you. And that's basically the end. Yeah, it was good. It was fine. Truth and Damien were backstage with Danhausen talking about ESPN. How do you sign up? How do you, activate ESPN Plus? How to watch WrestleMania? It's like, the fact they have to keep doing this to advertise the show is kind of stupid. They did it to the Royal Rumble, I think. Yeah, I think it was Rumble they did it to, where it's like, guys, the fact you have to have step by step setups to watch a show is telling. Peacock, you just had to get Peacock, and boom, shows are there. Shows are available. That's wild. So that's why that's why I'm gonna really like offer y'all, get a VPN. Get a VPN. Everything is on Netflix. Raw, NXT, Smackdown, every PLE, it's on Netflix. Just get a VPN. Just 12 a month. 12 a month, I believe it is. Get a VPN. Make your life easier. Sammy comes out for a promo, gets booed out of the building damn near. Trick Williams comes out, gets cheered into the building. It's just like, Sammy doesn't care about the haters, he just cares about the fans. Trick says, but the fans love me, Sammy. They fucking hate you. That leads into a match between the Trick and Matt. I didn't get to see the match, but from what I can tell, the match didn't matter because it was all about Sammy absolutely bodying Lil Yachty with a hungover kick. That was great. He just lays that hungover kick into the corner of the barricade. Trick hits a trick shot on Matt to pick up the win. Yay. It's fine. Rhea was backstage attacking B-Fab and Michin, so now it's just Jade versus Michin. Jade versus EO without any distractions. Danhausen has his match, and it was good comedy. This is the only thing I'd actually tell you to watch. It was very funny. If you like very funny, stupid wrestling, this is I'd recommend. I'm keeping it in. This match I got to see a good portion of, damn near to the full extent, where like Danhausen's a good wrestler. He can do some moves. Well, I'm saying that knowing the fact that he hasn't wrestled in years, because AEW wouldn't let him wrestle for like what, the 2 years he wasn't on TV, and then he comes in on his third year into WWE, where they just kind of have him doing cursed backstage segments. He can move. He can sell. He was great. Funny comedy. Kid gets up to the top rope to do the Kit Wilson elbow drop, and Dan just says, "No, you're cursed." Pyro shoots up from behind Kit Wilson. He falls off with a turnbuckle, hits him with another curse to hit him with a spinning boot kick. Pokes Miz in the eyes. 1, 2, 3. Danhausen wins his debut matches. We have 2 debut matches. Wow, that's how fun. Usually they do this for the Raw after, or the Smackdown after, but this was great. And then the main event of EO versus Jade. This was a choice. This is a choice match, and I don't know if that's a good thing. So I'm not gonna. The match was fine. Jade won clean. Jade attacks EO, goes to attack EO with a chair, but Rhea Ripley stops her. That's basically the end. That match, the only reason I went through that match that fast, I didn't care. I don't care. And because now another thing of like, EO's most likely not gonna have a WrestleMania match, which makes me upset, but I also just don't fully care about this storyline. It's in the realm of in a way, the women's tag team of like, I like everybody in here, but I don't care about the story. Let's just get to the fighting, get to the matches, and call it a night. But yeah, a fine show. I give it like a 3 out of 5 from what I've seen. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Please turn on that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Next video that isn't a review will be my final and official predictions of this year's Mania. I'm waiting to see if any matches get added, but peace out.